What's up, y'all? I'm back with another banger today. We're doing Bohemian box braids waist length. So first things first, I start off with a little bit of edge control because these are the last two braids that I have to do. So I start off with a little bit of edge control, and I'm going to go ahead and just comb out the pieces of her edges that I will be leaving out. And then you want to go ahead and just work that product into your client's hair. Now this is the curly hair that I'm going to be using. I'm going to cut it in half and just cut off the straggly end pieces, so that way they're not there when you have to add it in. And you want to go ahead and separate the hair by just pulling it apart and then taking out little pieces that you're going to use to add into the plait. So how I like to do my hair is, first, when I open up the pack of hair, I cut it in half, and then I take one of the halves and split that into half, and from there I split those quarter pieces into half, and I just use that piece to do one braid or one plait. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start working in that plait and making sure that I blend her natural hair with the weave so that it doesn't show. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add in this hair. So what you want to do is just swing it around as if you're adding hair to do a plait, and you're gonna want to plait it down first before you take out the piece of hair that you're gonna leave out, the curly piece. And you're gonna want to plait down again and then take out the second portion of that hair, leave it out, and then continue your plait. And once you get a good distance from the first section of curly hair that you added, you're want to go ahead and add in another piece of curly hair. And with me, what I noticed with this style is if you add the curly hair too close to the ends, then you won't be able to properly dip the hair. So once I add this second piece, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it into my plait down one time, leave out one side of the curly hair, plait down again, and then take out the opposite side. And once I have both sides down, I just continue to plait down. And if the curly hair is in your way, you just want to take a clip and just clip it out of your way, and that way you could continue plaiting and doing your braid. And if you put, like with me, I'm stopping right here with the curly hair. But if you continue to add more hair, then it's going to become more difficult to dip the hair at the ends once you're finished. Okay, so now we're done with that plait, and we're just going to repeat the process. So you want to add some product into the braid, comb out the edges that you're going to be leaving out, work that product in to the remaining hair that you have ready for your plait, and you just want to start plaiting down. Now, the amount of curly hair that you put into each plait is up to you. Some plaits I did 2 pieces, some plaits I did 3 pieces, some plaits I only did 1 piece. So you're going to swing it around into your braid and braid it down, leave out one side, plait down again, and then you're going to go ahead and leave out the other side. And you're going to make sure that you work in their natural hair with the weave. So if you have to use your jam to make sure that that hair is blended, go ahead and take some jam and blend that hair in properly, because you don't want none of their natural hair peeking through any of your plaits. And I'm just going to continue to plait down until I reach the end. And once I reach the ends, then I'll be back to show you guys how I go ahead and seal off all my styles and recurl the curly hair and also fix her edges. Okay, so now that I have all my plaits plaited out, I'm just going to go ahead and take my mousse. I'm going to shake it up really well. And you just want to take a large amount on your hands and just go ahead and start rubbing it through all the plaits to make sure that all that curly hair gets saturated with the mousse along with the plaits to lay down any flyaways and to recurl that hair that you previously was pulling apart. Now this is key in order to get the hair back curly and back to its original form. I mean, it never lost its form, but you just want to get it back to its tighter curls and not the looser curls that you pulled apart. So to make the curls less frizzy and more defined, this mousse is what's going to do that. So when it comes to edges, you want to make sure that you have good wrist technique, because edges are all in the wrist. If you don't have like that swoop action with your wrist, then it's not going to work out well. So you just want to go ahead and swoop the edges like you're making a C, which is basically what you're doing. You're just making a C with the edges. And any product that may be left over, you just want to go ahead and take the tail part of your rat tail comb and actually smooth it out and smooth it into the plait. So as you see, I'm about to do the other side. You want to take a good amount of edge control and place it all over whatever edges they have left over and just swoop. That's all you have to do. Sometimes I do S's, sometimes I do C's. It just depends. Like, it depends on the person's head and the type of edges that you're going for. If you're going for a dramatic look, then you got to do C's, S's, all types of letters. But if you're just going for like a basic look, just to smooth it in and just to make it look, it's not too dramatic, then C's is good and an S here and there is good. But yeah, doing edges is all in the wrist. If you have a good wrist technique, and you got to also make sure that you follow up. If you don't have that follow-up hand, I don't know, I don't know, your edges are just going to be like, whatever. But if you have that follow-up hand with the wrist technique to do that swooping in, then you'll be good. And also, to get rid of the shine, you can just use the back of your tail comb and also just follow behind the edges that you just created to remove that extra product that may be on their hairline. But all in all, extra product, it's fine. It'll dry up over time. And yeah. So once I'm done with her edges, I'm just going to go ahead and add in the accessories. I feel like accessories make the look. It just makes it look better. So I'm adding in little clamps, and I will also be doing cord, gold cord or gold string, whichever you prefer. And I also think I'll be doing rings as well. So I'm adding in, I did rings too. So I added in the clamps first. I just scatter it here all over the hair, and then I do the rings, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do my strings. Now with my cord, I do two different techniques. Sometimes I cross over, wrap the cords around, and then go back out. And then other times I just make a regular X. So you're gonna see once I start laying the cord. And I also make sure that the cord is long enough. Some of them are long enough and some of them are short enough. But what you want to do is cross over, make a C, like a C loop with your cord, and then go back out. So the same way you came in is the same way that you're going to go back out. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, that's how I lay my cord when I do cord, or I do regular X's. So some of them I might do X's, some of them I do the other way. So this one is just a regular X. And then the first one I did was the previous way I was telling you guys about. So when you don't take the curly hair down too far, you're able to dip the ends to give it a more laid, natural, flowing look. So because I didn't go too far down with my curly hair, I'm able to dip my ends. So what you want to do is just take the curly hair that does hang low and pull it upwards to get it out the way, and then that way you could dip the ends of the hair. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys again. So I just take the curly hair that hangs down and I'm moving it upwards and out of the way from the water. And that way I dip in the ends of the hair into the water without the curly hair itself getting wet or ending up straight like the ends, because the water is very hot. It's boiling hot. So I continue to do that with all the hair. And once I'm done with that, I'll be back to show you guys the finished results. And here we are once again at the end of another video, and here are the final results. The accessories just make it, the whole style just pop on a different level. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Please comment down below on my style, and if you like it or not, any opinions on anything that I may have do differently or anything like that. Comment on what you'd like to see next. Like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and until the next one.